Hi everyone, it's Dari Ari and welcome to this free readings live. Woohoo! Let me go ahead and share this, and if you guys can be so awesome and share it with whoever you want so that everybody gets to come and get a card reading. All right. Select all. I always forget to put the live chat on. Hi guys. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm sharing right now. How's everyone doing with this full moon energy? How was your all's ceremonies last night? If you didn't do one last night, you still have time to do one tonight. I always tell people that the full moon energy starts like at least a few days prior to the full moon, and then it lasts a few days after the initial full moon, because it just, if you notice your sleep patterns being a little bit off, that's because that energy is coming in. So yeah, you always have time to speak to the moon and do your ceremonies, and then give whatever it is that you desire to the universe, okay? So you can manifest that into your reality. All right, I think that's it. Okay, so it's been crazy for you. Yeah, you know what, you guys? It's due to the energies, especially when we transition from Chiron in Pisces to Chiron in Aries. Oh man, it's a lot of people who weren't ready for that transition. A lot of people who were not ready to see the truth, I guess you could say, about what was really going on in the way that they were creating their reality. The Piscean energy tends to highlight fantasies, dreaminess, creativity, and all that beautiful stuff that, you know, we love. But it tends to neglect the red flags. It tends to neglect reality, you know, for what it really is. And so, that being said, a lot of us out there who weren't ready to face reality for what it really was got kind of like a rude awakening when Chiron transitioned. And so it's definitely something that needs to be reassessed and understood. It's not that you're being, victimized by the universe. It's more or less that you have to understand the truth that you are creating in your reality. And it is a hard thing to do, because there are some relationships in our, that we're with and we are a part of, that are toxic, and we just don't want to see it that way, because we still have that Piscean wanting to save the world type of mentality. And so that is already getting removed now with this energy. So it's very, very, very important. Okay, so we have to make sure that we realize the truth of who we are bringing into our lives and why they are there, and why are we cycling through relationships that are red flags, that are definitely not going to work out, and we still have to cycle through them because there's something internally within you that is still holding on. Okay, and this is based on woundings from the past, also even your childhood, and it could be definitely connected to past lives, but you have to be ready to see the truth. Okay, you have to be ready to separate yourself from these people, from whatever it is that you need to move on from. Okay, hi guys. All right, you guys, so we're gonna just do general readings today. One card per person, one question per person. And I don't like to do romantic readings because you already know what's really going on. Like, I could sit here and tell you, hey, your higher self is saying this, and you are going to say, yes, you're right. But you're still going to choose whether or not to move forward in your relationship with this person or wait for this person. And that's why I don't like doing that, because I could tell you everything under the sun about what your higher self wants you to know. And you could just choose not to listen. You could just choose to go about and have the red flags, even though the red flags are there, you still choose to go and learn in that manner. So I don't like doing romantic stuff. Sorry. All right. So, okay, we have, let's see. Sydney has a question, and this is a romantic one. Is Shane going to make a move on you? How do you feel? Okay, so this is what I always ask. How do you feel about your connection with this person? Do you feel that this person is giving you all the attention that you need, or is this person playing games? Like, they might seem like they're giving you attention, texting you here and there, but they don't text you consistently, or they don't call you back or text you back when you text them. Ask yourself that question, because I will tell you right now, if it's not consistent, that means, unfortunately, that this person is playing games, okay? But if it is consistent, if you are always talking to this person, getting to know one another, enjoying your conversations with them, actually going out on dates and or even talking like forever with this person, like constantly on the phone with them, then you know it's going somewhere, okay? So just ask those questions, because you know the truth. Do you have to wait for somebody, or are you just wanting to wait for them because you think they're gonna change, okay? Remember, we are in Chiron and Aries is not about playing games. Aries knows what they want, okay? And they're gonna go out there and get what they want, okay? So gotta harness that energy. All right, so Emily Blayton would like a reading. You don't know, Sydney? So, like I said, ask yourself these questions. Has he been texting you more? Has he responded to your texts, or does he leave you on read? Right there. If he doesn't respond right away, he leaves you on read, he's just playing games, okay? But if he's always texting you, always making sure that he says, good morning, how are you, and then tells you about his day, then he is definitely interested, okay? And that's just common, like, courtesy. You'll know if a man is interested in you if they're continuously trying to talk to you, get to know you. If they are not, then they're not interested, and they're just playing games. Okay, so Emily Blayton, let's go ahead and call your higher self and see. The tarot for Emily. Okay, so I'm using the fairy tarot because I like this energy. It's not as aggressive as the other tarot cards that I've used, and it's very magical. Plus, it's connected to the seasons, and I am a shaman, and I am connected to the elements. And everybody is connected to the elements, but we have to learn how to work with them. All right, so Emily. 10 of Winter, Emily. Here you go. You see the little fairy? She is leaving Winterland into Springland. So this card is about moving forward, taking that risk, that choice of leaving something behind that no longer serves you, because you can see how the sun is shining through the clouds into this beautiful, wonderful Springland. So that means that all of the things that you want are at the other side, okay? Like they said, the grass is always greener. this is true in your respect, that you definitely will get what you want as long as you remove anything that's blocking you, anything that's stopping you from moving on. If it's fear-based limiting beliefs, meaning like you are hesitant of making a plan or moving and transitioning to a different location or even a job, you have to make sure you remove that because you deserve better. And this is the card that is going to tell you right away. As soon as you move that fear, remove that, and stop hesitating, you'll definitely move forward into something very prosperous, okay? All right. Let's see. Arcana Major would like a reading. Okay, let's see. Galactic Heritage for you. Oh, let's try to get that one. Oh, there it is. Ooh. So for you, you got number 34, Solar Consciousness, and this is from the energy of the solar system. So what's happening right now, if you have not looked at solar, kind of like solar readings of like the solar storms and stuff like that are coming into our frequency, you will see, if you haven't done that, you'll notice a difference in your energy, because what you're doing is you're pulling that energy in. So what's happening is a lot of transitions, a lot of transformation. Your higher self is saying it's time for you to evolve in a higher frequency. So there's definitely higher energy coming in, big opportunities to share your wisdom, okay? So they're saying kind of like you're really good at giving advice. So now it's time for you to hone in that that energy, to spread it out so that you could get, oh my goodness, so you're getting upgrades. That's what she's saying. Upgrades, solar energy upgrades, and she is showing kind of like fire energy all around you. So fire usually is good with transmuting lower frequencies. So if you use fire energy in your meditation, so say you're doing a chakra clearing, if you don't meditate, I highly recommend that you do a chakra clearing and use fire to remove anything that is blocking your chakras or not allowing for the divine flow of higher frequencies to come in, and then that's how you transmute. There is a lot of transitioning from old paradigm to new paradigm, and so your higher self is saying that you're going towards the new paradigm mentality of removing the fear-based mentality of the old paradigm and bringing forth the new, more prosperous, more peaceful, more just beautiful energy of the new paradigm. That is without fears, without all of that negative energy, and bringing in the golden age, okay? And a lot of people call this ascension. But truthfully, there are people like you who are here to transmute lower frequencies, okay? If you have like some, she's showing me kind of like you, for some reason, you have like this way of knowing when people are at a lower frequency. And so it kind of like bothers you because you're empathic. But she's saying, as long as you use fire energy to transmute that energy, to keep it away from you, you will understand that your attitude really does change other people's attitudes around you. So there's like this high influence of transmuting through your own self, the way that people are going to perceive you, the way that people are going to act with you, and so on and so forth, okay? And so again, there's a lot of people who are like you, who are out there in the trenches. That's what I like calling it, because there's a lot of dark things that need to be transmuted, and you guys just so happen to be the type of people to know exactly who is where and in their stage of, you know, vibration, and how to help them out, okay? So that one's for you. Okay, hi Elizabeth. little me would like a reading. Okay, let's see which one. The Archangel deck. It's an archangel that wants to work with you. Ooh. Archangel Raphael, breathe. Okay, so Archangel Raphael is connected to healers. Okay, he is the healing archangel. He helps us with healing ourselves, transmuting all the negative stuff, helping us heal our wounds, doing emotional healing, as well as the healer's helper. Pretty much, he helps us help with transmuting other people's lower vibrations and wounds and helping them out as well. Okay, so he tells you to take a little breather. When you are being confronted by opposing forces, that's what I like calling people who are confrontational or just, you know, just very like not so nice. Says take a break. Take a breath. You have to understand that your job here is to help them when they need help, of course, not right away, you know, because sometimes we have problems with people and they just can't be worked through yet. But the reason why you're being faced with these type of people is because you are here to understand them better. You are here to look beyond the superficial, okay, and actually look through the layers of the true suffering that they're going through and pain. And this doesn't mean that you have to have sympathy for them. It's more about being empathetic and understanding that sometimes people have a hard life and that's why they act the way that they act towards other people who, like yourself, may seem like you're having a better life, may seem like your life is more put together than they are, and they get kind of upset. Okay, so what he's saying, take a breather. Okay, try to not necessarily go out of your way to befriend them, but more or less just don't react to how they are just portraying themselves or saying the things that they're saying to you, okay, or to other people. Don't react to it. Just observe, okay? All right. Next one is Saja. Message from your higher self, okay? Looking beyond the veil is easy for you. Your higher self is showing like curtains and you're just able to just part them. And then they're showing this big nebula, like it looks like an eye. And then you're going forward and looking beyond, kind of like you're going up in dimension and looking at different dimensional energies and frequencies and creations. What you have to do now is write this information down, because everything that you are experiencing is something that needs to be addressed, okay? It's something that needs to be shared. Sometimes we tend to shy away from sharing these types of experiences because we might believe that somebody might think that we're crazy. But for you in particular, sharing is optimal, okay? The more you share about what you are experiencing, the more that you will see people are exactly like you, experiencing things. Of course, they're going to word it differently, but they know what you're talking about, okay? Especially right now with this energy coming in, you're able to share what you are going through, and you will see other people have the same thing going on. And so that'll help you realize that, you know, you are creating this as well as honing in the energy, and you're able to articulate what you're seeing to assist other people with doing the same. Because it's really difficult right now to explain transitional energies to people, but unless they actually feel the transition, like they're actually growing from one paradigm to the next. A lot of people are seeing the truth of the old paradigm, seeing the masks falling off, seeing the layers of the false energy to bring forth the new and the real energy that is going to transform all of us as well as the earth. And so you're one of them. And so the more that you speak about what you are going through, the better, because your higher self is saying it's time for you to share and connect in that way with a lot of people. A lot of people are going through the same thing you are, and it's going to be a good idea to do that. Okay. All right. Elizabeth. Is Charlie getting info from me from his friends? Oh man. Okay. All right. So if you are getting info about Charlie, then Charlie's receiving info about you. Your higher self says that you guys are mirrors. So if you're doing something, he's doing something too. All right. So if you are getting information from your friends about this person, then this person is doing the same thing. This is like a little cycle of like just wanting to have the upper hand or wanting to know what this other person is doing, and vice versa. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, why you're not communicating, but I would, if you really want him to stop getting information from you, then you need to tell your friends that you want nothing to do or don't want anything about this person. You don't want to know anything. That's the best method, because then that's how they're going to move on. They're going to stop bothering you. Their friends are going to stop telling him about you, and so on and so forth. This is what I call the law of attraction. This is exactly what we do to each other, the cause and effect, okay? We get a little bit obsessed with somebody, especially if we broke up with them or we didn't get closure, or even if there was a fight or some type of argument and the relationship just ended and just poofed, ended, right? So then we want closure as much as we want to know or talk to them, and they don't want to talk to us back. It's a little bit like a vicious cycle, okay? And so if you're constantly, or your friends are like you're probably not even asking this sometimes, but your friends are coming in and telling you information, and then you're just like, oh man, and then you get wound up, and then you're like, what's going on? You know, is he like obsessed with me, or what's going on, right? The same thing happens when you decide to highlight this energy. It's going to be highlighted and it's going to continue on. So if you pump the brakes and you stop, you tell your friends, just stop telling me about this person, and because you want to move on, then it's going to stop. Okay? It's going to stop. That's just how it works. That's the law of attraction. We attract that which we are. Okay? We highlight something, it comes in. All right? And okay, the Chiron and Aries. Okay, so if you know your Chiron placement on your chart, look at what the wounds are, the actual primal wounds first, and then look at Aries' primal wounds and see how you can balance those out. Also, looking at your Saturn and your Uranus placement will assist you with this balancing. The thing with Aries, the wounds for them is not being heard, not being able to take action when they want it, and not getting what they want, pretty much, okay? Those are kind of like the primary wounds of Aries. So if you are looking at that and then looking at your Chiron placement, you will see that every sign has a different wound, okay? Or different wounds, I would say, because it's plural, because there's many of them. So it's very important to look at that and see where this is going to drive you with your own inner wounds that need to be healed. Okay, the Aries energy is about pushing as well. You know, it's about taking action in this respect, and it's also important to see and to note that we're moving into Piscean energy. Piscean territory is all about dream states, psychic abilities, as well as in so many ways a denial of a lot of things, because they like to think that the world is perfect. They like to think that their partners are perfect, your family's perfect. And if it's not that way, they get really disappointed quickly. And so it's all about understanding these energies and how that's going to play out with you, and just trying to, I guess more than anything, see the truth of these energies in layers. Okay, because everything is layered, everything is energy, everything is layered. You are layered as well, your personality is layered. And so it's very important to heal this layer by layer. It's going to take a lifetime. That's what I always tell people. It's just like spirituality, spiritual growth takes a lifetime. It's not just a snap of your finger and you're there. You know, it takes time for healing to happen. As long as you're doing it, you will reap the rewards that the universe has for you. If you are getting rid of your energy that might be attracting a toxic relationship, if you're healing that wound, then you will not attract the toxic relationship. You'll attract a better partner. Okay, if you are having issues with maybe the dynamic between your family members, maybe your personal dynamic with your parents, if you're healing that wound, you will see their transformation too. Okay, you are the, I would say, the creator of your life. Okay, you're co-creator, because God is the creator of all. We are co-creators. So if we want something to change, we have to change that within ourselves first. Okay. Hi, Norma. Jennifer Cather, what is the headache doing to mech? I'm not sure what that means, hun. Amy, the amazing Maisie. All right, Amy, I'm going to give you a card. But Jennifer, could you please clarify that one? Okay, we'll do the galactic cards. Amy, your higher self says to look at your Jupiter placement and your Uranus placement. Jupiter is your luck, money-wise, success, all that stuff, expansion of the mind, knowledge, and stuff like that. And then Uranus is like your freedom, pretty much you, like how you feel as a free person. All right, so you have number 39, an imbalance in positive polarity, the Pleiades. Okay, so with this one, that's why she's saying looking at the opposite energies of within you and in your chart. So concentrating on Saturn as well, Uranus, those are opposite energies. And then looking at your Jupiter placement, because that's your luck, will really, really help you understand what's really going on with your life and why certain things have transpired in your life. Okay. The imbalance in positive polarity is coming from a past life where there is a need for you to balance the masculine and feminine energies within you right now. Not too much masculine. That's what that's what your higher self is saying. Be a little bit softer, okay? Be a little bit more feminine. Be a little bit more about compassion, about understanding, and heart-centered, because it's necessary right now, okay? We are transitioning. The divine feminine is rising, and so we have to bring that into balance with our masculine. Don't worry, I'm exactly like you. I have a very masculine energy. I try to balance that out as much as I can. Let's see. All right, so here are the rules, you guys. 1 question and 1 card per person, okay? No more different ones. All right, Sydney, we're going to ask your higher self, okay? Because what I just told you, I'm pretty sure she's going to say the same thing, but we'll ask, okay? Does this person remind you of some other relationship that you had before in the past? That's the first question she asked. There is a cycle being played out right now, okay? And it has to do with self-love. So the best thing for you to do is look within into your heart space and look, like, actually go through all of your relationships with other, like all the other partners that you had, all the way back to the relationship between your parents, okay? Because you will see a cycle being played out. And then the whole thing about anything that happens to us with other people, they're all life lessons for growth, okay? So if you learned valuable lessons from past partnerships, but you're still attracting that same cycle, then you need to start looking beyond what really is going on internally, and it's about self-love. Self-love takes time, okay? You have to definitely sit with yourself and tell yourself that you are worthy of unconditional love, that you are worthy of the perfect partner, and write down what traits you want in a partner. That actually can help you right now with this full moon energy, actually evaluating all of your partners, looking to the past. And I know it's going to be painful, but it has to be necessary because there's a cycle here. And then looking at your parents' relationships too. So write everything down and then tell yourself you deserve better as well, and write down what exactly you want in a partner. What is it that you want in a partner? Be truthful with yourself. Do you want companionship? Do you want stability? Do you want unconditional love? Do you want your best friend? All of that, write it down right now, because it's the full moon right now. This energy is no joke. This energy will help you manifest that perfect partner. And it doesn't have to be the same person that you're asking about. It can be him, but what your higher self is saying, there's so many other people who are willing to treat you the way that you deserve. Okay? And so write it all down. Again, it's your choice to make a choice as to going and waiting for somebody or moving on. Okay? But the whole thing is about self-love. So this is like kind of like the universe is throwing you another cycle to see if you're going to be able to break it or not. All right? Okay. Fontaine Snow Preston. Okay, guidance. I'll go ahead and contact your higher self. The Ascended Masters. Woo! Hi, Erin. Thanks for making it. Yes, Elizabeth. The Galactic cards. They're like my favorite. I'm working on my own deck, though. Okay, so for you, you have Retreat into Nature, the Green Man. Okay, so does depend on where you are in the world. If it's too cold, I suggest you wait until a sunny day. But you could always do it this way. When you meditate, if you do meditate, if you don't, I highly recommend that you do. When you meditate, you bring in all of the elementals. So this is the elementals of the air, fire, earth, and water. Bring them all in. Bring in the fairies. Bring in whoever you want that's an elemental. Bring in the dragon energy, whatever it is. And then connect with them so they can help you balance out your energies. What it is that in Toltec shamanism, we are always told whenever we do anything, we have to do it with the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is that connection to the elements and as well as to source and Mother Gaia. So what it is kind of like your little temple of protection and higher frequency vibrational energy coming in. You could bring in any guide when you're doing this, as long as you ask them what it is that you need to balance within you right now, like what element, because every single person alive has either two really strong elements within them or two really weak ones. Okay, it's 4 elements together. So I'll give you an example. When I did my shamanic training, I had weaknesses in my earth and my water elements, but I was really, really strong in my fire and in my air element. So the fire element is about spirit, perseverance, and action. The water element is about the mind and manifesting and taking everything from above into the mind and analyzing and then spreading it out, okay? And then you got the earth element, that it's about physical attributes to your physical body, what is going on with your physical body, and how you're connecting to the mother, which is Mother Earth. And of course, manifesting in the physical, meaning that how are you with money? How are you with your finances? Stuff like that. And then the water element is about your emotions. Are you connected to your emotions? Are you not? So that's what it is. So working with this stuff, working with this energy will help you understand how to balance those energies within you and understand how to get, like, pretty much when you're balanced, you can manifest anything, you guys. Like, anything you want, you can manifest as long as your energies are balanced. As long as you are not weak somewhere, you're actually all connected. Everything is interconnected. You're connected with the universe, you're connected with the earth, and then you have faith that you are getting what you're going to ask for. Okay. And this is, again, perfect time right now, full moon energy for manifesting. All right. Norma Alicia wants a message. Awesome. Yes, Arcana, you do need a platform. Woo! Do it. Yes. You need to. Okay. There you go. You are extremely psychic. Exactly. All right. All right, Alicia. Norma Alicia. Oh, there is aquatic energy around you. Dolphin and whale energy. Big things. Woo. Big things happening with you. Let's pull a card. Let's pull a card. Okay, I'm going to use the fairy tarot. It's a lot of deep healing that you did. That's why. Like you're getting out of your way. That's what your higher self is saying. Oh my God, the 3 of spring. Look at her. She has bunches of freshly bloomed flowers. And look at that. The color purple is the color of, back in the day, the color of royalty, because only the richest people could actually obtain this, okay, obtain the color. So this is you're heading towards you're manifesting what you desire. Your stability in finances is going perfect. You are definitely satisfying your need for being heard, as well as helping other people. So this is something because you got out of your way. You healed that fear of stepping into the limelight. You healed it completely. It's like, yeah, you did little steps. It took you a little longer, but you're always, like she's saying, you're always being heard now. And people are taking your advice. You're taking you into consideration, and it's going really well. So congrats, man. Woo! Okay. All right. Elizabeth Cruz Gonzalez. All right, we're gonna give you a reading, Elizabeth. Okay. Which one? Okay, we're gonna do the galactic one. They were showing me like this web, like connection to stars. So we're gonna do galactic for you. Whoa! Number 73, freedom, and the star Vega within the constellation of Lyra. So, freedom of expression, interconnection to the one. So that's what the stars are showing me, that you're connecting your energy to the oneness of creation. And so you're able to hone in your gifts better, you're able to rely on your intuition better, and you're able to have that freedom to express yourself. You're not being restricted anymore. Again, it looks like another fear mentality was wiped away because you worked on it. So a lot of people have that tendency they tend to shy away when it comes to their intuition. Like if they have something they need to tell somebody and they know that person's going to be like pessimistic about it, then they tend to shy away. But you're stepping further into that, like, no, I'm going to tell you, I don't care what you think type of mentality. So that's the true freedom from the matrix that we create for ourselves. So congrats. Hi, Yvette. You're welcome, Emily. Okay, Kaya 17, Kai, sorry if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask your angels, okay? Here's a card. Archangel Raguel, clairsentience. Clairsentience means clear feeling. Okay, you're sensing things, sensing energy. So what the angels want you to know is notice your feelings when you speak to this person. How do you feel? Do you feel like they're apprehensive? Do they feel like they're not telling you the truth? Or do they feel like in so many ways they're hiding something? An emotional feeling, like emotional reaction to when you talk to them. Okay, that's something that you need to look at, because this is what your gut feelings, your intuition is screaming at you, and that's how it is. If you feel like there's something wrong, there's something she's not telling me, then you are correct. Okay, and if this has to do with the way that she feels for you, then it's time for you to sit with this, and then when you are ready, speak to her about it. Okay, it's really important to always listen to our intuition when it comes to people, because this is how we know what to do. And then we get this information, and then we're like, okay, your higher self is saying, if you're not asking questions, then you're not gonna know. So they're saying, ask the questions. Ask the questions. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. You're getting a gut feeling. Go with that gut feeling, okay? All right. Erin would like a reading. Okay, Erin McSherry. Erin, we got the galactic cards this time. I was waiting for them to say the Angelarium cards, and then I heard galactic. Ooh, oh, Erin. Number 99, mirror reflection in Zeta Reticuli. Okay, so yin and yang, mirroring. There's somebody in your life that is mirroring some type of wounding. Okay, family member. young, a child. So think about it this way, Erin. The way that you were as a kid and the behaviors that you had, the way that you reflected and saw the world, one of your kids is doing the same thing. Like they're just like you. And so remember the things that helped you when you were having a hard time as a kid. What helped you? What motivated you? What helped you understand things better? Sometimes kids act out because they feel like they're not being understood. So a good thing for you to do is just ask, like, hey, I understand you're going through something, but I want to know what it is so I can help you. All right. Or whatever technique you think is best for your child, because it shows like they're mirroring you exactly how you were, or, transitioning and stuff like that, and growing exactly the way that you were growing, and the way that you reacted to things. And so I always say this because it's kind of like I was the opposite of my mom. I was everything that my mom did not like. Because when she was a kid, I was just like her. But as an adult, she, transformed and changed, had a lot of growth, but it just bothered her to see me struggling the way that I was struggling as a kid. And so she didn't have a good way of saying that. And so this is a good opportunity for you to use the skills that you have, to use your intuition to assist your child, okay? So that they could finally open up to you, and you guys have a better relationship, and now you know how to speak to them, and they know how to react. All right? So that's what I got for you, Erin. Cameron Coy. Okay, a message from your higher self. Why am I seeing drums? I don't know if you like percussion or drums, or you're looking at possibly getting into playing an instrument or making music or something, but there's like drumming. There's like ancient connection, ancestral connection with drumming, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card for you from the Ascended Masters. Okay. Okay, so 2 cards. You have Persistence and Yoga. All right, so this one's Lug and this one's Babaji. Babaji is an Ascended Master from Hinduism. So with yoga, it's, when you think about yoga, it's all about connecting the body and mind, right? And the spirit, and balancing that stuff out. And then when you think about persistence, is actually taking the time to do this. There's so many ways where we could balance this. You don't have to just do yoga. You don't have to just meditate. You could do drumming. When you do drumming, you're connecting to your heartbeat. When you drum, you're drumming like you're beating heart. And from there, you are connecting with your physical body and your spiritual self, your ancestors, and everything else. So this is something that you can begin to do for yourself, clearing and healing as well. Trying to be more active in music, like if it's singing, if it's listening to music, whatever your passion is when it comes to any type of creative form of art form like music, they're saying this is it, okay? I'm not sure if you play an instrument, this is it. This is how you yourself are healing yourself, how you are able to heal people too, because music has a frequency, okay? And the frequency will match somebody's and elevate their own clearing them of all the negativity, you know, and helping them see the beauty of the world through music. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, because there's just a lot of ancestors with drums. Okay, and hopefully that makes sense. Little me, yeah, you need to breathe. Me too. That's how I am too. Don't worry. I have to walk away and breathe. Take a breather. Take a break. Norma. Kim Sanchez would like a reading. Okay, Kim, let's see. Right away, Kim, I saw in the major arcana the connection to the Empress. This is about fertility. Somebody who is very, very, very grounded, very, very connected to the material world, meaning they're very successful with finances. They're very successful in love. They're very successful in bringing about the energy necessary for manifestation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Empress card, but she's sitting on a throne, and she looks like she's pregnant. But it doesn't mean that you're pregnant. It just means that your energy, you're bringing in the energies from the cosmos and into your physical body, and then from there you're nurturing it. You're getting everything together to birth it out into and create the life that you want. So this is somebody that either you know that can help you with this, or it's your own energy transforming and transitioning into the Empress energy, meaning that soon you will see everything. You're reaping that's what I hear. You're reaping your rewards, everything. Okay, everything is going to transform for you. All right. Okay, you're welcome, little me. Okay, so we have, you're welcome, Saja. Eleni Celesti. Rani currently feels. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card for you, because what I'm being shown is like a phone and then like messages, and it's like he just reads them and then he just sits for a while and to think and then to see, okay, how am I gonna respond? And then after that, like, I don't know, he's just very distant in so many ways, like distracted. So we're gonna see, we're gonna do the tarot for that. See what the tarot has to say about that. A lot of distractions going on with the masculine energy. I'm just letting you guys know this is a common thing for them. Okay, so you got number 13, release. All right, so let go of the past, it says. So the best thing for you to do is, again, analyze the type of relationship that you want with this person. Is this person that you can rely on? Is this person somebody that you can trust to be there for you, regardless of time, regardless of how late it is, regardless of how far you are? Are they going to be there on the phone for you when you're going through something emotional, when you need them the most? Are they going to be there for you? Because if they're not, you got to let it go. Okay, so it's all about ending a cycle and understanding that if the person is not ready to step forward and be your rock, then you don't need that type of person in your life, okay? Maybe they are going through something difficult for themselves emotionally. Maybe they're afraid of having that type of commitment because they themselves don't trust themselves either. You know, they don't see themselves as being able to provide the type of life or romance that you need, okay? Maybe they have what they're showing. There is a separation. There is a dark, like kind of like a contemplation on his behalf. And this is because he's a masculine energy and they're going through a lot of transformations where they are very much stuck in thinking that they don't deserve anything better, that they have failed somehow, or, you know, they're going through a difficult time right now. Okay. And so if you're coming into this, like trying to get to know this person, or maybe you've known them well enough, but they're backing away, it's because they're seeing how readily available you are at loving them, and they don't think they can do that right now. Okay. They have to heal a lot of things before they can step it up. So yeah, this is what your higher self wants you to know, okay? Cheryl Simpson, a card about what you're meant to do. Okay, I got the perfect deck for you. Right here. Ask and you shall receive. What are you meant to do? Is this for your life journey? Because if it is, we're going to find out. Ooh, right here. Okay. Body work. This involves touching people. Energy work. Okay? So healing. This is what you're meant to do. You're a healer. You're here to assist people in that capacity. First, of course, doing the work on yourself, and then providing the information and reflecting on things that you were able to heal for yourself, and reflecting and giving that information to those who are doing or going through a similar cycle. Okay, so you are definitely here to heal. You're here to assist people with that. It could be massage therapy, it could be crystal therapy, it could be light therapy, it could be energetic work. Everything has energy. So all that you're doing, all that you're choosing has that path in it already. So it's just a matter of applying that knowledge. Okay, it's just a matter of reflecting and how you're going to go about assisting others. Okay. Two different career paths. Okay, TP One Love. Two different career paths. All right, so your higher self right away was like money sign. But the money is good. But are you going to be happy? I would weigh your options, like make a list of what each career path is all about, okay? Are they going to take a lot of your time? Meaning you're not going to have a lot of days off. Are you going to be engulfed in just too much time for everybody else but none for you? Is that it? Or are you going to be able to do this work and have free time to have some fun, time for yourself, okay, your families? And the whole main purpose of your life here is to bring love and light to the world, okay? Is to anchor that in through your smile, through your personality, through your advice, through the way that you act towards other people. So they're showing me like careers, possible careers in medical field, and they're showing a possible career in just counseling as well. So weighing your options again, whatever it is that you are passionate about, that's the key one. Making sure it's something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Because that for sure is something that a lot of us don't know at this time. And we're just like, oh, well, it makes money, so let's go do that. But you're miserable, okay? So make sure you are passionate about this. Make sure that you feel like you belong to that path, you know, and without a doubt, okay? Oh, and yours is in Aries? Okay, so your Chiron being in Aries, because it's stepped into that now, you have to do inner work with regards to being seen, being understood, and being heard, and not being passed over as well, okay? Because a lot of Aries energy is about leadership and about hey, I'm an Aries, look at me, I'm the greatest. But not like in a cocky way, you know. They're very, very sure of themselves. And so if you're not sure of yourself, if you have like this like uncertainty of speaking your truth, uncertainty of like moving on, like kind of like progressing in success, then that's where the wounding's coming from. Okay, so you got to heal that stuff in order for you to be like, bam, I got this fire energy. All right. Tam Moon, should I move on from Stone? Is this a place or a person? Can you please clarify? Thank you. You're a Libra? That's like balance. All right. What is the headache doing to you? Jennifer, I'm not doing energy work today. I'm just doing card readings. If you have a headache and if it's persistent, regardless of any type of medication that you're taking, then you need to consult with your doctor, okay? It could possibly be something that you're taking that's having adverse effect on you, or maybe you are not hydrating well enough. That it's a lot of possibilities, because when it comes to headaches, it's always connected to the physical body not having something, okay? So please check with your doctor. Sandra Anacleto, a card, okay. Okay, Sandra. Here we go. We're getting the galactic deck. Whoa. All right, number 27, alienness, non-humanoid. So, all right. What I'm being shown is a feeling of being misunderstood, or not being able to understand a lot of situations, meaning like you just don't get why people act the way they act. Okay, and this is coming from your energy that is not used to the density of the 3D. Okay, a lot of us come here from different locations, and when we come here, we feel like we're aliens. We're like, what's going on? Why are people acting this way? Why is like why is life this difficult? So that's where the reflection comes from. It's a detachment of understanding the 3D. So the best method for you to do is to connect with Mother Gaia's energy or Mother Earth's energy, to understand the earth, understand the energy here, and why you decided to reincarnate. Because a lot of us have that question, like, why am I here? Like, why the heck did I choose to live here? Why was I even like choosing this life path? And so the whole feeling detached from people or not feeling understood, it's because we have to remove the detachment. We have to remove that blockages from actually being able to connect to the 3D and learn from it, okay? Because everything happens for us to learn and grow here. This is a schoolhouse of the soul. Not a lot of people agree with that because a lot of people have trouble with being here, but everything happens for your growth, okay? So the best thing for you to do is connect through the earth, connect to animals, connect to the plant life, connect to the elementals. Everything will happen when you connect. You'll understand why you're here. You'll understand why you as an energy are necessary here right now, okay? Tamun, is Stone a person that you can trust? Okay, well, that type of question already is giving you an answer, okay? Anytime you have a doubt of somebody, something is being hidden from you, something is not looking like it's, making sense to you, go with your gut. But I'm going to pull a card for you just in case, okay? So I know as soon as I see that red flag, I'm like, bye. Bye. But at least for romantic relationships, that's how I was. But not like friendships, it was more like a little bit more difficult. Okay. So, you got the world. So you have a lot of choices. Not just that person. Okay? That means everything you want is in the palm of your hands. You can easily get whatever you want. But for some reason, you are in some type of like wanting to assist this person. And that's definitely a past life connection, okay? There is like something that you guys are working through from a past life, like a cycle. But as soon as you realize, hey, I've done all that I can, this person is not giving me what I want, or is not, is not the partner that I want, or the person that I need at this time. As soon as you say that to yourself, then that's gonna be removed from you, and then you're gonna have hundreds of choices. You're gonna have a lot of choices, okay? And it doesn't mean that you're gonna choose all of them, but it just means that there's gonna be better choices, okay? So I would definitely seek understanding of how powerful you really are in this dynamic, because it's your choice too, okay? Ryan Bragan, Master Scholarship Abroad. Okay, did you apply? Okay, so your higher self is saying the dreams are your key. If you are dreaming that you're living somewhere else, then that's done, okay? Like you're gone. Like you're not where you're living right now. Like you're traveling. You're going, is going to Europe. Okay, so she wants you to do this. She and he. There's two energies here. There's a guide and your higher self. Balancing. Okay, so they want you to go ahead and do a meditation with removing blockages and fear of success. Okay, so this is how you can do it. It's going to be your root chakra. So that's the red energy, like at the bottom of your spinal column. Okay, that is where we keep everything that is connected to what we really want to and desire to manifest in our lives. Like when we want to transition from one place to the next, it's kept there. So you have to clear that root chakra from anything that'll stop you or prevent you from fearing of change or moving on, or maybe not getting something that you want, because you will get everything that you want if you clear that out. Okay, so I would definitely do a meditation and clearing and removing any type of blockages, any type of limiting belief to success and to getting what you want. And so you're a Sagittarius, so you're a traveler by nature. So if you're already seeing yourself traveling in dream states, then you're gonna get it. But again, just to make sure that you get what you want, how you want it, clear that, okay? Ah, how cute. Brittany, we want a general? Okay, let's see. Ooh, tarot for you, Brittany. Oh! Number 2, the High Priestess. Brittany. All right. I love this card because you just know. You just know. Okay, so your intuition is heightening, as well as you are learning a lot of new things. You're bringing in energies that you haven't brought in for a very long time, and you're connecting better. Like your connections are better. And then it's kind of like your initiation, like you're kind of taking a higher step in evolution and in vibration. And then you're going to start to help other people. Like beyond what you're doing right now, you're going to start to actually assist other people with spiritual growth. Okay. Okay, they're showing the winter triangle. So the winter triangle is composed of three constellations. So it's constellation Orion, Canis Major, and Canis Minor. So those three. That energy coming in is for you. Okay, so go ahead and tap into that energy. When you are meditating, ask yourself and your energy to be surrounded by the winter triangle, which is those three constellations. That's really powerful. That's magic right there, guys. Anybody listening to this, perfect way to manifest and to bring in your magic is by connecting to that winter triangle right now too. Okay, so that's for you, Brittany. Oh, where am I? Okay. Okay. Brittany, yes! Bring in those energies and hone them in. Susie B, any divine messages for you? Okay, you're a Taurus. Okay, let's see. Of course, a Taurus. I love Taurus energy. My best friend is a Taurus. She's super successful too. They always have the magic touch, like the Midas touch. really good at manifesting. Really, really good. I tell you what, this girl, she can think of an idea and she could get what she wants right away. And it could be possibly her placements too. Okay. Ooh, girl, you got the King of Spring. All right, so you got The King of Spring, financial windfall. Tons of money coming in. That's so funny because I said you had the Midas touch. So leadership roles, embracing leadership roles and embracing kind of like your like a business transition into something very, very profitable. Either moving forward, if you have a job, it's like you're getting a raise, or actually like if you have your own business, it's like it's going to be super successful. So it's about accepting your energy as a leader and accepting that you have a lot of strength and a lot of people admire your strength. And it's kind of like people tend to follow you. like in a good way. It's not like you're bossing people around, but it's like when you say something, it's done. And so this is definitely your energy. A lot of financial success right here. Okay, it's coming in. All right. And if you can get a card in addition to your question, that would be wonderful. What's your question? Cheryl, you had to, yeah, it's the energy of the full moon. That's why. Jen, okay. You're trying to release old energy and get on the healing path. Is there anything that can help with your path? Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for you, and then we're going to talk about how, like, techniques for releasing, okay? And of course, they're always very, very uncomfortable, emotionally speaking, okay? It's not hard stuff. It's just, it's emotional stuff, okay? Oh, wow, clear cognizance. Okay, so you are really good at channeling information. You get thoughts and information, they just pop in your head. You don't know where they're coming from. You just get like creative energy as well as creative images, things like that. So we're gonna see how you can remove anything that's stopping you from working with your intuition. So the best techniques, like I always say to people, is meditation. But if you can, doing inner child work helps, as well as reflecting, like asking yourself, like, okay, if you have like a situation like finances, we'll talk about finances because everybody has or has been there before. There's a block in your financial abundance. We're going to ask this question. You sit with yourself, like just sit normally. You know, you don't have to get into a deep state of meditation. Just listen to some good music that makes you feel good. And then you ask yourself, where in your body are you holding a blockage to your finances or to your abundance? Okay. And so your body is gonna feel tense, like it's gonna like your muscles are gonna tense up somewhere in your body, and then you're gonna be like, oh wow, like maybe your neck, maybe your belly, maybe your legs, maybe your arms, whatever. So then you go ahead and call in your higher self and your guides and tell them to remove the blockage, like sweep it out. You could do a sweeping motion yourself, okay? But just as long as it's getting released, and then you bring it in, you bring in healing energy to that space to complete that energy cycle, okay? And then keep asking yourself this, and then ask yourself, why do you think you have a financial block, or whatever question it is that you are trying to heal yourself from, you know, any type of relationship thing, anything from the past, you know, whatever it is. ask yourself these questions, because the more that you ask, the more that your intuition is going to be like on point. And because you're clear cognizant, you're going to get a lot of downloads when you do this. You're going to feel the shift right away. As soon as you start doing this, you're going to feel a shift in like the top of your crown as well as your third eye. You're going to feel like kind of like lightheaded in some ways, like kind of like a little bit of like energy swirling. So because what you're doing is you're connecting. Okay, you're connecting to your healing. Like, you want to heal something, it's gonna happen when you start asking yourself these questions, when you start reflecting through your own physical body. It's gonna tell you where these things are. And then every chakra, every energy vortex center, that's what I call it, or we call it in Toltec shamanism, has a meaning. So if there's something in your neck that is connected to your throat chakra, and so the throat chakra, the meaning for this is that you're not speaking your truth, or you're holding something back. Okay? And it's because of fear, a fear of saying something to somebody, or saying something, sticking up for yourself, that'll create conflict, or whatever else. So that can be a blockage to your abundance as well. Say you have a job and you are afraid, if you ask for a raise or you ask for a position in your in the company, like that is a higher position than what you have right now, if you're afraid that you're going to get rejected, then you're never going to do it. And so you got to remove that fear. You got to remove the fear of being rejected, of being successful. Okay, so something like that, definitely techniques you can use on that method is just sitting with yourself. Again, like I said, you don't have to be like a heavy meditation to do this. You could just rely and trust that you are feeling it in your body, okay, and how to remove it through your own wanting to remove it, okay? Brittany Perez would like a card. Okay, so let's see. Archangels. Hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Do you have a masculine? Do you feel a presence of a man around you? Like a grandpa or grandfather? There's a connection to Archangel Azrael with you too. Archangel Azrael is the angel of death. He's not evil. He's not crazy. A lot of people think, oh my God, death. No, what he does is he helps you connect to ancestors. He helps you connect to somebody who just passed away that might need your assistance. And if you have a connection to him specifically, it's because you're here to help people transition. So it's like transitioning from this reality to the next. Okay, maybe you had when you were little that you could see things. Maybe it scared you, but Archangel Azrael is saying you gotta start tapping into that. Removing the fear of the unknown, removing the fear of seeing crossed over people or loved ones. Because he's saying you're one of the portal keepers. So a lot of people have different jobs. And portal keepers are the ones that they maintain portals closed and they open them as well. So that people who are spirits move on from this dimension to the next. Okay, so this masculine energy that's around you is definitely trying to assist you with this. It's like a family thing. You're saying it's like in your family to be psychic, to be a medium, to assist in that way. Loving, 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 loving blessings. Stepping into your role. Okay, so if you have abilities, especially if you are able to tap into that stuff, Archangel Azrael says we got to start working with that. Gotta help. Okay. You're welcome, Norma. You're welcome, Elizabeth. Your daughter, Erin? Yeah. Oh, yay! That's awesome. Okay, Yvette, I would like to know what I'm doing or not doing that has made me feel like I am not connecting. Okay, so we're gonna go and ask your higher self that. Let's see. Okay, so, and this happens to a lot of us, okay? It just happens this way. When we have this growth that happens and all of a sudden we feel like we're plateaued or we're stagnant in our growth, then there's something deeper that we have to look into. So if you are feeling like you are progressing and all of a sudden, bam, you're stopped, your progression just stopped for some reason, then we have to ask the questions as to why. Okay, so your higher self is saying the answer lies within the actual question that you just asked. When we think that we're not progressing, when we think that we're not connecting, we have to remove that. That's another layer that we have to remove. We have to heal that. Okay, like we have to heal the thought that we are not connecting, the thought that we are not progressing the way that we're supposed to, and of course the thought that things are supposed to be better, or faster, moving forward faster and stuff like that. Okay, so she's saying removing those thought forms, those limiting beliefs, because you are always connected. You are always, always, always connected. It's just about removing that layer. Okay, that layer, that thought that, hey, there's something wrong with me, because there's not. Okay, when we heal that mentality, because again, it's a program, and programs have layers, and so when we heal that mentality and remove it, we will see that we've always been connected, you guys, psychically. If you guys don't think that you have psychic abilities, that's something that needs to be assessed too and removed, because every single person in creation right here, right now, has psychic abilities. Okay, it's just programmed in us not to tap into them. It's kind of like especially if you were raised very religious, it's like taboo, and it's bad. So we have that mentality that, oh, we're not psychic because it's bad, it's witchcraft, it's whatever you want to label it. Every single person has intuition. Every single person has abilities. They just come in different waves, okay, in different forms. So we have to clear that program of you don't have something, you're not connecting, you are not psychic, you can't see things, you can't feel things. And that's when we start removing those programs, we start accepting ourselves even more. We start to see things that we didn't have access to. Maybe we had access to that when we were little, but somehow, somewhere, we were programmed not to access it. Okay, so it's very, very important to do the work to remove that limiting belief. Okay. Buffy V, do you see anything for me? Okay, let's go ahead. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna do the galactic cards for you. There's always something to learn, you guys. Like the growth that we are doing right now is perfectly fine for us, okay? Don't feel like you're not growing. Don't feel like you're not tapping into things, like if you are having restless nights, if your rest and your sleep is jacked up right now, you are psychic. I'm just throwing that one out there. And even before that, okay? Because God, it's been a freaking month. All right, so here's one for you, Buffy. Number 48, missing link Earth. Okay, so there is something that you feel is missing in your life, and this has to do with your heart center connection. I'm not sure if you have a romantic partner or not, but there's something going on in your heart, like your heart center connection, that you feel like there's something missing, okay? Stability and connection. Okay, so connection is the key. Connecting through your heart center to other people's heart centers, okay? Because that's where unconditional love comes from. Another thing that this is something that your higher self is saying, is connecting through your heart center all the way to the heavens, okay? So that you can get that heart center connection back. A lot of us have this sense of like we're missing something in our heart centers, like a part of us, or something's going on that we don't know about, and it's because we're not connecting. We're not connecting like we're supposed to. Like we're not. It's like, of course, the connection's always there, but we're not consciously doing it. Okay, so best thing for you to do is just see what's going on in your heart center and release anything that needs to be released, and then connect with yourself unconditionally, connecting through your heart, unconditional love for yourself, and then in so many ways reflecting that to other people, and then connecting, of course, well, before anything, connecting to source energy, that which is unconditional love, so that you are full of it and you don't feel like you're missing something, okay? Cameron, thank you. That was all very relevant. One of the few times I've used my drum, a hawk flew down through trees next to my window, looked at me, and flew off. I definitely need to use it more. Yeah, Cameron! Oh my God! Yes, you really do. Please, please, please use it. Because your ancestors are like, bom, bom, bom. Like, like they're just like drumming away. Like, he needs to. You definitely need it. You definitely need it, because you are a healer. You are a keeper of that drum beat. The drum beat is the beat of life, okay? And it beats life into everybody. It clears things. It clears negative stuff. And then it allows people to just be connected, And so it's very important. Very, very important. It's good medicine. Very awesome medicine, actually. You're welcome, Kim. Cheryl. You're welcome, Cheryl. Parental approval without oh, okay. You're welcome, Annie. You're too Libra. Speak. I love Libra so much, but the only thing that I get frustrated with them, and that's because I'm a Sagittarius and I just say things without caring sometimes, and that's what I'm working on too. And that's why I have my really close friend is Jax Atlantis. He's a Libra. He's helping me with that. But the only thing I get frustrated with them is when they do take their time, like more than I would have taken, to speak their truth or to tell somebody how they really feel. And so, because they don't like confrontation, they don't like conflict. They want everybody to be, just peaceful, and that's a beautiful thing about them. But to me, that's the thing that frustrates me, because I'm just like, just say it. You're welcome, TP. Jennifer. Oh, a general? Okay, Jennifer. You're welcome, Sandra. You're like me, girl. It takes time. That's why because I have a Virgo rising. And so that energy, I always tap into the Virgo energy. Oh my God, Virgo moon right now. Okay. So that I could try to analyze myself, my connection to other people, why sometimes I don't understand or they don't understand me, stuff like that. So that's a good thing to work with as well, as like the analytical part of the Virgo energy. So if you have it in your chart somewhere, try to see how you can use it. Okay, so Jennifer Cathar, General. I thought maybe I asked you a question. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do tarot. For Jennifer. Woo! Which one? Four of Spring. Divine partnerships, okay? Okay, so divine partnership, connection, either in a romantic way or a friendship. It's about being grateful for what you have in your life. And then, of course, always being grateful. Like when you say to the universe, thank you so much for the gifts that you have bestowed upon me. Thank you so much for the beautiful, loving people in my life. You'll attract that same type of vibration with other new people coming into your life. There's a romantic partner that you're with. If you are grateful for them, if you say, thank you so much, universe, for my partner, you will see that they will be definitely very more like, I guess you could say, open and grateful for you too. And they will treat you that way as well. If you don't have a romantic partner, then you're going to bring about somebody who is very loving and very grateful for you as a romantic partner. So this is all about that, okay? Being grateful for what you have and for everybody in your life, and just being very heart-centered pretty much, okay? And that's just how it is. We attract people based on the way that we feel, okay? If we feel that we deserve love, unconditional, and we are grateful for everything that has transpired to this point that helped you grow, then you will definitely attract that type of people, okay? Maria Seguin, you will love one, please. Maria, did you see the message I left underneath your post for your Chiron placement? Because I left it there. All right, Maria. Ooh, galactic. Okay. Girl, why am I seeing you cha-cha-chaing? Walking around dancing. Walking around dancing and laughing. Maria. Are you going to go on vacation soon? It looks like you're having a lot of fun. At least your higher self looks like they're having a lot of fun. All right, number 21, self-sacrifice, Vega. Okay, Maria. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the cycle has ended in that part of things. Um, there are a lot of people who were taking advantage of you and your beautiful heart, and you have cut that out. Okay, you have cleared that out, and now things are going to look better. Like you are going to be very much connecting to people who are heart centered as well. No more self-sacrificing for you. Okay, you are done with that cycle. That cycle came from a past life where you thought you were always doing everything for everyone and you were neglecting yourself and nobody was giving you credit. Okay, so now the hard work that you have been doing, especially for your career, is paying off, that you're getting the credit and the praise that you deserve. And of course, a vacation that you deserve. All right. So that's why you're celebrating. You're like, yeah, celebration. Okay, Brooke Christensen. I'm getting your reading. Let's see. Archangel cards. Relationship harmony. Archangel Ragwell. Okay, so conflict resolution. All right, so whenever we have somebody that we are having a little bit of a argument or conflict with, especially a loved one, the best thing for you to do is reflect and allow them to have their space to reflect. Because when you both are not upset anymore and you're at a better space, then you can talk and discuss it calmly, okay, more peacefully. It's like you won't be lashing out at each other, you won't be hurting each other. Bringing in the angelic, like kind of like the angelic energy of Archangel Raguel will help you with that, okay? It will help you balance that energy, as well as you reflecting on the issues that you may have or they may have. Meeting in the middle, that's what I keep seeing. Like meeting in the middle, okay? Always ask for assistance before discussing things, especially if you know that the person is in a bad mood. Always ask for assistance in helping them clear that negative energy so that you may be able to speak to them through your heart center space and they can speak to you through their heart center space, and there won't be crazy arguments, there won't be conflict, there will be just love, okay, and understanding. I always have to do that for myself personally, because if I have something that's bothering me, or I know some type of like thing is bothering me because somebody said something to me, I always have to remind myself to not take it personally, okay? Because I always can see the energy that's playing in that in that person, and it's usually a connection to fear, and of course a connection to a healing that they need to do. And so when you start to see that within you and you start reflecting and, okay, why is this person acting this way? Then you will know is that there's wounding there, okay? And then you'll be able to be more, both of you will be able to reflect and be more gentle with each other. All right. Kathy Seal. Okay, Kathy. You're welcome, Susie. Kathy Seal. Okay, Galactic. right. Imbalance in positive polarity. A lot of people are getting this card today. All right, number 39. So, balancing your energies, understanding how to bring about it's what they're showing is like a dark night of the soul. Okay, understanding that's necessary for growth. When you go through a dark night of the soul, that means that you have to reflect. You have to reflect about your past. You have to reflect on how you're feeling right now and why you're feeling that way. Because it's usually has to do with some wounding from the past that needs to be healed, okay, in order for you to move on. I do this periodically. If something is coming to my attention, like with a relationship with somebody, or something, an incident that happened or whatnot, words being exchanged, things like that, I always reflect as to what is this teaching me, okay? And the dark night of the soul is about learning how to heal those inner wounds, heal that, and understanding that it's necessary for you to grow from that, okay? Hold on. Another thing about being in balance in the positive side of things is that we tend not to want to do that work. We tend to want to just be, okay, things need to be things need to be peaceful, right? But in order for us to find peace, we have to remove the things that are not peaceful within us, okay? The things that we stay up at night reflecting on, okay? We have to take that into account. We have to reflect and we have to heal that, okay? So that is how you're able to balance both positive and I wouldn't say negative because nothing's really negative energy within you. So it's like the yin and yang, okay? So balancing your masculine and your feminine. And again, like I said earlier, the masculine is going through a hard time right now. So it's a really good idea to balance that out, okay? Ray, focusing on right now. What should you be focusing on right now? Okay. We're gonna do this deck. Ray, you got the spiritual teacher. You should be teaching. You should be teaching the stuff that you're learning, okay? So I would really focus on learning as much as you can of spiritual things, okay? Like energy work, anything like that, maybe card readings, how to do card readings, how to do or connect through channeling information from source energy, things like that. It's about growth, okay? It's about expanding your intuitive gifts because you have to step it up into this role soon, okay? A lot of us are here to teach. A lot of us are here to instruct in the ways of connecting through intuition as well as healing energy work and stuff like that. So they want you to focus on that, on your growth, okay? And then don't be afraid of giving a card reading to somebody. Start like that. Start slow. All right. You're welcome, Susie. Brittany Perez, your grandpa. Oh, yes, Brittany, because you are a medium. You are supposed to help them transition. And this is something that your family has done for a while. I'm not sure if they speak about this or not, but I know my family speaks about that stuff. But look into that because you are here to assist people who are crossing over, spirits, and stuff like that, okay? And this is something that shamans do too. We are the ones that connect ourselves, like we go into a trance state to connect with the spirit realm and grab information for whoever it is that we're working with, okay? Say there's a family member that that has a broken heart because somebody passed away, so that we go and grab that information for them and we can help them heal from there, Okay, so that's for you. Yay! Yay, Maria! Okay, you guys. You're welcome, Ray Ray. All right, I have Kiki, Gemini baby. Okay, so we're gonna do a card reading for you, Kiki, okay? Gemini. I do have Gemini in my chart somewhere. Oh yeah, my Chiron is in Gemini. So I feel you. All right. Okay, we're gonna do the archangels for you. Okay, chakra clearing. This is Archangel Metatron. Besides that, it's all about magic with Metatron, okay? So Gemini energy is really in tune with mediumship as well as understanding energy. Like they see things that it takes a lot of people a while to see, and that's why it's kind of like the energy that they're receiving, like in so many ways, transforms them. You know, they're very kind of like they're very empathic, and so with Metatron as an archangel, you can help yourself with understanding what you are going through observing energy, okay, and of course psychic awareness as well, and understanding how to do magic, pretty much manifesting, um, clearing yourself. So the chakras need to be clear daily because you are absorbing a lot of energy. Okay. That's why there's a lot of people who think, oh, the Gemini has multiple personalities. It's not them. It's the energy that's coming in that is happening that way. You know, it's coming out that way. And so a good thing for you to do is clearing yourself whenever you're around people for a long period of time. You go home, take a long bath, salt bath, and clear it. Like imagine all of that gunk, all of their energy being removed from your field. And then, of course, always nurturing yourself, taking time for yourself. Okay, it's very important because then you won't feel, I guess you could say, overwhelmed. Okay, so working with Archangel Metatron will help you with this, as well as tapping into your intuitive gifts. Okay. Juanita, yes, of course you can. All right. Galactic Heritage cards. Living in the Now, number 85, the Cetacean Dolphin. Okay, so dolphin energy is playful energy, is connected to the inner child. So living in the now with the inner child, connecting to your inner child, the playfulness of yourself, connecting with little kids, like spending time with them, playing hide and seek, playing outside. Why am I seeing water? It might have to link with a beach or something. If you live near a beach, taking them to the beach, playing in the sand, building a castle, things like that, because it's good therapy. Okay, it's good therapy with connecting with your inner child and understanding that sometimes we take life too seriously and we need a break. So this is a good thing for you. All right. Aries 17. Okay. There you are. All right. So I'm going to pull a card for you, okay? There's a connection to the angelic realm with you. They just said it like loud and clear. Like, she's connected to the angelic realm. Or he. Archangel Michael. Archangel Haniel came in. Sensitivity. You are connected. Okay? You are very sensitive to energy. And the connection of the angels is it's really highlighted. Like the Archangel Michael, for example. He is like around you all the time. So he wants you to know, especially Archangel Haniel, take the time to ask whatever you want. Ask them. To ask for help, to ask for assistance, to ask for guidance, okay? Because they're going to lead you to the answers that you need answering right now. Your emotions and your intuition is your answer to what they're saying, okay? So if you ask something and you feel like this emotion coming in, then that's your answer, okay? Because you're very empathic. And so he's even saying that you could feel his energy, like his energy around you. So you know that you're protected, you know you're being taken care of. So understand that when you ask the questions, you will feel it. You will feel it like a feeling in your gut or even an emotion coming up, okay? That's your answer, all right? So they're saying because your life path is the empath. You're an empath, okay? So when you look up empath, you will see that the empath are very sensitive to energies, especially to people's emotions. And this is how you can help them, okay? You can help yourself by removing your, like, it's kind of like trying to make sure that the emotions that you're feeling are yourself, like especially when you're around some people, like the emotions that you're receiving are not your own, okay? So try and make sure that you're clearing that daily, okay? Also, you can help them through saying, okay, I feel something here, my heart center, I feel there's like heartache. And you could tell people that, like, I'm here to like talk to you about your heart. Are you going through something? You know, I'm here to help. Stuff like that. So when you get more confident in your intuition, this is how you're gonna do it. It's kind of like they're showing me like that one medium. It was the one that goes up to people and tells them stuff. God, what's her name? Anyway, you're gonna be doing that stuff. Like you're gonna be like, you're really sensitive. And so it's like you're gonna be doing that. Like you're gonna, like, to your friends, you're gonna just know what to tell them. Like you're gonna be like, hey, are you going through something right now? Because this is what I'm gathering. So it's like bam, right away. Yes, that's how. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna get like Archangel Michael says, be ready, because it's gonna get like that. You're gonna start being like, hey, what's going on? And then you're gonna tell them what you feel, and they're gonna be like, whoa, dude, like what's going on with you? But it's because you're here to assist. That's not scary. It's just you're here to help people. You know, that's what you're here to do. You're here to help them. Okay? Whatever they're going through, you're here to help. Okay? All right, so we have Liana. Yes, you could have a reading. Okay. Yes, Galactic Heritage. Don't worry, man, I have a friend. She feels something too, like that way, and she goes and talks to people because it won't stop until she does. She'll just be like, hey, I feel something in my shoulder. Are you okay? All right, so here we go. Mental transformation number 94, Sirius. Oh, honing in that winter triangle energy that's coming from Sirius, as well as Orion's belt, and a star in the minor. Canis Minor. Okay, so there is a layer of transformation when it comes to your third eye. Okay, so you are seeing things more clearly, like you're going beyond seeing the initial energy that you're seeing. You're like actually diving deep into what that really means. Like, for example, if you see energy that comes around that might be, it might look like it's a dark energy or whatever, you can penetrate through that and see what the truth of that energy is. It's really hard for people to do that because they have fear of understanding or knowing what that is. But your mental transformation, meaning your third eye is transforming to look beyond the first initial layer. Okay, like I said before, energy is layered. We are layered too. We have a lot of layers to our personality. If we don't want somebody to get to know us, we will have barriers placed in that way that they won't get to know who we really are. And so that's the same thing with energy that comes to us for whatever reasons. Is you're seeing that you can see beyond the initial thing. Okay, you can see the truth of its energy and how you can assist. Okay, how can you transmute it? How can you remove it? How can you reflect on what it's bringing to light for yourself as well? Okay, so this is pretty cool. The third eye is working perfectly. All right, so let's see, we have Beverly Moya. Okay, Beverly. Hi, Kim. I'll give you a card in a little bit. All right, Beverly. Okay, archangels for you. Peace, Beverly. You got Archangel Chamuel, peace. So this has to do with having peace of mind and peace within. So how do we come about this? Well, we have to let go of a lot of things that are not very peaceful in our life. It could be a relationship. It could be a situation with somebody that we love. Okay, when we let go of that, when we let go of that need to assist or holding on to that too tightly, we are then releasing them in order for us to actually have peace within. Sometimes, it's hard, especially when you are trying your hardest to assist people, especially loved ones, that you just can't help them. However much help you want to give them, it just doesn't change anything. And so the best thing for you, instead of, because it's like stress, all constant stress, the best thing for you to do is release in order for you to find peace. Okay, so that's what you got. All right, Kimberly Yancey, getting yours. General, okay. Okay, tarot. Woo! The Two of Summer. Relationship. Romantic relationship. Making a serious commitment. It's gonna come, okay? Your higher self is showing you dancing around with this person. It's like a whirlwind. But finally making a serious commitment to each other. It's a lot of hard work that built up to this moment. A lot of inner healing that was done. And just when you were, she's showing you like this, like you have like something in your hand and you just let it go like that. And as soon as you went poof, you're like, I made peace with that. And all of a sudden, bam, somebody came in or somebody's coming in. And so that definitely, it does help to release the need for somebody, okay? And so you've released the need for somebody, and so now you're ready for a relationship. Like knowing that you are going to be okay without having dependency on somebody. It's okay to be an equal. It's okay to have somebody who loves you unconditionally, but you don't have to be dependent on them. Okay, when you release that dependency on somebody, of wanting somebody within your life or whatever, that's when the universe is like, oh, she learned. Here you go. Here you go. All right. So, congrats. That's coming. If it hasn't shown up yet, it's coming. No more kids. Okay, so Brooke Kelly. Okay, a romance one. Okay, I'm gonna use the tarot for you. Let's see. 9 of Autumn, reward yourself. Okay, so there's a lot of growth that has been going on for you, and it's time for you to reward yourself and thank yourself for all of that crazy stuff that you went through and you've survived. When you see grapes signify prosperity as well as status. Meaning, like back in the day, grapes were very rare for people like us to eat. It was only like really rich people that could afford grapes. So this is something that is telling you, hey, you're really rich with abundance, abundance of ideas, abundance of energy, abundance of love and stuff like that, that you need to reward yourself. You need to take a girl holiday. Like, it's kind of like they're showing you like you getting pampered. Because when you take care of yourself, then you're able to have somebody that is going to take care of you too. Okay, like the partner that's going to draw you a bath, it's going to give you that massage. They're going to shower you with love. Okay, so you need to do the same for yourself. All right, so that's how you get the perfect mate. And another thing about that is just cherishing your time by yourself. You know, understanding that, you know, love is beautiful. Love is just, you know, a loving partner is great and all, but if you cannot be okay being by yourself, then it's going to make it into a partnership that is going to be like really dependent. Okay, so they're saying you need to love yourself unconditionally, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, do everything that you need for yourself, pamper yourself, and you will see that's going to reflect in the partner that's coming in. Okay, or maybe you have a partner already, but changes happen when you change the way that you perceive and take care of yourself first. Okay. All right. Floor John Lawrence. Sorry if I butchered your name. A card, Libra Sun, Cancer Moon, Sag Rising. Girl! Sag party over over here. All right, let's see. Okay, we're gonna do the galactic cards for you. Whoa. Okay. You got 2 cards. So number 33, Desperation Zeta, and then number 43, Saving Humanity. These connect. These are intertwined. So what's going on? Your higher self says your Libra is very strong. You know, when you think of a Libra, is the one that's the diplomat, the one that wants everybody to get along, the one that wants to help people, the one that has the biggest heart to just wants to balance everything out. But they neglect themselves. So that's where it's coming from. These 2 energies is like, make sure you are taking care of number 1, and then you'll have enough energy to help other people. Saving humanity, it's kind of like this thought that we have when we come here, that we want the world to be a better place. But how can that be? Well, it starts with us. When we have everything balanced within ourselves, when we are being taken care of, then we are able to take care of the world. If you don't have enough energy, it's kind of like this is something that Libras always go through. It's like the cup is half full, because they're always reflecting or trying to take care of everybody else, and then they're just like not getting a lot of love or feedback in return, or thank yous. And so that's why you have to switch your mindset of helping everybody else. It's more like taking time for yourself too, like taking a little break, taking me time. Okay, like saying, not texting back your friends right away, like saying, hey, right now I'm gonna take a long bath and I'll text you later. Right now I know you're going through something, but I've been going through something too, so can you please help me too? It's about speaking your truth as well as balancing relationships, because it feels like you're taking care of everybody else's issue, and then when you want or you're going through a hard time, it feels like you don't want to say anything because you don't want to be a burden, and that's not okay. And that's something that Libras go through a lot. And then looking at your was it your moon? Was it where? That explains it. Your moon in Cancer, that's even more highlighted. You're very sensitive. And so that's why it's like, what about you? What about you? So that's why it's important to take the time for yourself first. And you will see when you start nurturing yourself, everybody else is going to try to help you too. Okay. And it's kind of like, you got to take care of number 1. That's what your higher self is showing. Okay. All right. Oh, come on. You have a lot of people that are dumb on here. Everybody say Chris 6. You're an idiot. Oh, Kim. Yeah, that's not the first time somebody said that to me. Dominique Davis, what's your purpose with loving Rogers? Like what you're learning from him? Is that what you're trying to ask? Can you please clarify? You're welcome, Liana. You're welcome, Beverly. Kimberly. Holy freaking crap. Yeah. Someone's coming. That's for sure. You're welcome, Brooke. Oh, it's okay, Adriana. We're still here. We're still doing readings. Okay, so Dominique. Oh, your spiritual purpose unlearning from him. Okay, so I always tell this here because I've been through the same stuff, guys. Like everything I'm telling you guys is because I've been through it too. Like I learned the hard way, girl. Like many relationships in the past. So looking at a mirror, okay, so reflection. So what he is reflecting is a need for healing within you, okay? So if he is being a certain way with you, like if he's treating you a certain way, there's probably something within you that is reflecting that. So maybe looking at the way that you perceive yourself or the way that you perceive love itself. Connection to your parents too, okay? How you think of their relationship, okay? How that's shown to you, and because this is all like a program that we've had since we were kids. For example, my relationships before my fiance were really horrible because I saw how my parents were with one another. Even though they didn't show it publicly, they were not very loving, like very like loving, like they didn't hug each other, kiss each other, like showed like, public displays of affection. So I didn't show that in my previous relationships because I thought that was not okay. Like I was like, no, we're in public. I don't want to hold your hand. So that caused a lot of issues. That caused a lot of issues with intimacy in that factor, and also seeing how my parents got divorced and my father left, and I felt abandoned. And so that then played out in a lot of my relationships, where I felt abandoned. I felt like this person's going to leave me. And they sure did, and then learning about what my dad used to do too. Like I couldn't forgive him for a very long time because he cheated on my mom continuously. And because of that, because I couldn't forgive him, that played out in a lot of my relationships too, where I got cheated on continuously through like every single relationship, and then finally I had to release that within myself because I started to learn they are reflecting how I feel, they're reflecting the wounds that I have, and they're just playing that role. Okay. And so seeing Dominique, seeing what wounds, what wounds are you carrying? Are you carrying the wounds of your mother? Are you feeling that separation? Are you feeling like that's what needs to be healed? Okay. Yes, I know I hate those too, but we have to heal them. Because when I decided to heal that issue with myself, I decided to do that, and then I started to see a change in what type of person I was attracting. And like my last relationship before this one, that person, I had to be truthful with them. I had to be like, I don't trust you, and this is why I don't trust you. And I broke it off. And then as soon as I healed that with them and healed it, of course, separately, my fiance came in, and he is the partner I've always dreamed about, and I actually reflected on what type of partner I wanted. And so this is something that Dominique, I feel like you need to heal that, so that you could understand. Well, this is how I did it. I did it through crying. Like I sat there and reflected on every single relationship, going all the way down to my dad. And then I reflected with my dad, like why I felt this way with him. And then when I learned to release it through forgiveness, I didn't say it to him directly until like 3 years ago, where I could actually communicate with him without being triggered. Like, of course, before that, I was already doing the inner work of releasing the anger that I had with him, and then 3 years ago, I finally talked to him and I told him that I loved him and that I am grateful for him, and that I am grateful that we are connecting again. And he was like, and he explained a lot of things, like with his voice, I can feel the intensity of that, like it like it really like hit him in the heart, like hearing that from me, because he always thought of me as being that difficult child that I hated him or whatever. And for a long time I did, and so of course that was gonna, reflect in the way that we had conversations and stuff, where I didn't want to talk to him on the phone when I was a kid. When he would call for my birthday, I was like, I don't want to talk to him, and I didn't. So it was just tough, So I would definitely recommend that, and doing like, okay, so now it's time for you to see why, why is this person doing this to you? Try to understand where that's coming from. Like I said before, I'm not sure if you were here. You sit with yourself and you ask for assistance from your higher self and your guides with clearing that pattern, or healing that wound. Okay, and if you have to cry, crying is releasing. Okay, do it. Just do it. It's the dark night of the soul, and it's necessary for us to release these things, and then call in his higher self and tell him, thank you for teaching me how to release this cycle, and thank you so much for assisting me at this time. And now I know that I deserve better, and I deserve complete unconditional love, and I deserve a better relationship, and then let go. Okay, and it takes time. It takes time to get there. Like, trust me, I would always call in my dad's higher self to talk to him, and I'll be like, you bastard. And so it took time for me to like talk to like in not being triggered, where it took like years for me to do that. But for you, I feel like if you start right now, I feel like you're going to be able to release a lot of it, especially with this beautiful full moon and Virgo energy, and just it's just necessary for us to do this. Okay. All right, let's see. You're welcome, Kimberly. Quincy C, a reading. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do the Archangel cards for you, Quincy. Okay, so Archangel Michael energy. Oh, man. It's not a bad thing, but he is very strict, okay? Clearing energy that surrounds your heart and the way that you perceive yourself, and even making, like he's saying, making a list of your perfect partner and what you deserve. Like, you wholeheartedly deserve unconditional love, making sure you feel that. Okay, because sometimes it's very hard for us to see the patterns that we are reflecting, or we're attracting certain type of people in our lives. But if you really truly want that happily ever after romantic love, unconditional love, your best friend in your life, then you have to be your best friend too. Okay, you have to be unconditionally loving yourself, and of course, being okay with being by yourself. And so Archangel Michael says, remember who you are. You're powerful. You're here to manifest things so that you can grow from them. And if you want to manifest that perfect partner, you can easily do that. But first, you have to make sure that you are being loving with yourself, making sure you are your own best friend too. Okay, so there you go. You're welcome, Brooke. Adriana. Okay, Adriana, I'll get you a card. Okay, I'm gonna get the tarot for you. Woo! Okay, so you got two cards that were attached. So you got number 16, life experiences, and then 9 of summer. Okay, their wishes are coming true, and then understanding your relationships with other people. So with this one, we're gonna do the life experience first. So letting go of any type of frustrations that you may have with other people, reflecting on understanding the necessity for them being in your life or not being in your life, and kind of like in a spiritual sense. Okay, so there is always somebody who's going to be around to teach us something about ourselves. If there's conflict, then we have to reflect on our own self-healing, on seeing where this is coming from within ourselves too, because remember, we are co-creators. What else? Transformation, that's the key. So your higher self is saying you're transforming and you're growing from these lessons, and from there we're going to the 9 of summer. The more work that you're doing, the more that your wishes are coming true. The more that you're getting your dreams being fulfilled, the abundance that you soul desire is coming to fruition, as well as all universal light and energies coming up because you're doing that inner work. Okay, so that's how it usually works with us, especially healers, is that we have to go through several dark nights of the soul in order for us to clear the things that we need to clear, and then the universe rewards us every time. Okay, so don't worry, don't stress out, it's coming. All that hard work you're doing, it's coming. Okay, all right. Hi, Susie. I will give you a card. Okay, let's see. Archangels. Okay. Whoa. Archangel Jophiel, going outside and being with nature. Okay, so there is like this strong connection to the elementals, particularly the fairies with you. Seeing that, I'm not sure if you have plants in your home, but if you don't, you should get some. They're showing cacti. They're showing like, what is that? Aloe vera? Okay, so like aloe, things that are used for healing. Okay, herbs that are used for healing. Aloe's used for healing. Things that are going to clear your space too, that are going to clean out your home, the oxygen and all that stuff. They're showing like you being an herbalist in the past life. So it's something that you need to connect to, because that's why the fairies are showing up. You're connected to them because fairies will help you with being, with knowing the medicine or connecting to the medicine of the plants, as well as being able to tell people about it. You know, like, oh, this herb is good for stomach aches. This one is good for back pain. This one is good for circulation, stuff like that. So it's like the whole vibe is like a curandera vibe, and that means a healer in Spanish. So there's like a lot of connection with sacred herbs, sacred medicine. Okay, so that's what the fairies are saying, that connect to them and they'll help you connect that way. All right. Oh, I just went too far. Hi, Mona. You're welcome, Dominique. Okay, Mona, I'll pull a card for you. Okay. Okay, number 53, belief system, Earth. All right, so clarifying, speaking up about what you believe in. You're stepping into the energy of a life coach where you're going to help women in your society be able to speak their truth. It feels like there's suppression going on, like especially within relationships. Like it feels like a lot of women are not speaking their truth to their partners because they don't want to get in an argument or a fight. So you are going to step into that role. That's why you're going through a lot of your own suppression, because you're going to be helping people get out of that. So you're kind of like the pillar of light for that, okay, within your community in particular. So that's what this is all about, is all of the stuff that you're going through and the reasons why you feel like you can't express yourself is linked to what you're going to be here to do for and to assist women and young girls with, okay, to have their own voice, to be able to be respected and be able to be seen as an equal to their partners, okay? So this is something that is definitely within your divine mission here, okay? All right. You're welcome, Quincy. Okay. You're welcome, Adriana. You have lots of plants, Susie. That's what I was like. I was seeing like all these plants. That's why the fairies are like, yay! So it's because of that, because you have the connection to herbs, you have a connection to plant medicine. So I would highly recommend that you look into that, because that's what you're here to do. All right. Queen Bean. Okay, okay, I'll pull a card for you, all right? Whoa! Which one? Okay, got the same card as somebody else got. The Nine of Autumn, all right? So it's about rewarding yourself, taking care of you, nurturing yourself. So this is how it works. So with the law of attraction, okay, which is the law of like, if you take care of yourself and you love yourself and you nurture yourself, then a partner that comes in will be doing the same thing, okay? It's all about self-love and understanding that when we do this for ourselves, then we attract that perfect partner that would always do that for us, all right? Especially when we are going through a difficult time, that we want somebody who's going to be there. who's not going to run away, who's not going to turn their back on us. And so it's important that you do that inner work, and you kind of like, when you have everyone that you're taking care of, make sure that you're taking care of yourself too, okay? Because that's when the perfect partner is going to come in, and he's going to show you that too, that type of love, right? Where's that? So it's like the law of cause and effect. We cause what we attract, okay? So the way that we believe in ourselves, the way that we see ourselves, the way that we love ourselves will then reflect in that partner, okay? And that's how they will love us too. So that is what I have for you. Your higher self is saying, taking care of you first, okay? Accomplishing the goals that you want to accomplish first, and then the partner's gonna come in. All right. It's like a Capricorn energy. It feels like very business minded, successful, having that drive to succeed, to be a leader. And the more that you accomplish your goals or reflect better on your goals, then you can match a partner that's going to be that driven too. Okay, that's going to be successful like you. All right. They can. I mean, they can come in, but the first step is for you to be like, okay, I deserve unconditional love, so I'm going to give myself unconditional love. And then I deserve to he can help research. And you deserve success, so your partner is going to be successful, okay? So it's kind of like you have to be in the same vibration, because that's like, you go high, he goes high. You know what I mean? Like, you guys match each other's energy, because who wants to be with a partner that's going to hold them back, Yeah, just focus on you, on your success, and you'll see right away somebody's gonna be like, what's up? Look at this girl. Okay, Nichelle Hodges, can you pull a card? What's to come for love? Yeah, knowing a part, like I'm looking at a trend right now. Okay, so, and I'm gonna explain why you guys are asking these questions with the energies coming in. All right, so we'll do yours, Nichelle. Oh, so there is a partner coming in, but it reflects this energy, the princess of summer energy, like very sensitive and gentle person. It doesn't mean that they're, overly sensitive. It just means that they're in tune with their feminine side. Very, very inexperienced in the way of, like, I would say, physical love. Like, think about it in this way. How would you feel if you learned that the partner that's coming in had X, Y, and Z amount of girls? And then but then another partner, like the partner coming in, it truly doesn't have that much baggage. Wasn't that a better partner? So that's what they are trying to say, that the partner coming in doesn't have baggage. Like, that's such a relief. Because when they come with baggage, it's just yeah. So that's the type of partner you're attracting. Okay, they're coming. They're going to be very new to relationship, meaning like stability wise, like long term. Okay. It's something like they didn't have that many partners or many relationships before you. And so it's something that you both are going to learn with one another and how to grow with each other in love. Okay. So that's good because they're not corrupted. You know, they're not all jacked up or senile or, you know, just angry at, you know, the opposite sex or whatever. And so that's good. That's good. That's what you got. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Gabby. Okay, Gabby, I'll pull a card right now for you. Okay, we're getting the galactic cards for you. Oh. Okay. So we got two for you, emptiness and missing link. Okay. This one's from Earth and this is from Orion. So when you look at history and you look at ancient peoples, you will see, especially in Egypt and in Teotihuacan in Mexico, that the pyramids in Egypt are connected directly with and aligned with the Orion's belt, and then the temples in Teotihuacan are there the same way. So this is a reflection coming in from Orion. So the feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is not going your way or something's missing. This is all coming from past lives as well as this current lifetime. It's not being fulfilled. Okay, something not being fulfilled within you, and it feels like it's because you're not tapping into like your inheritance. That's what they're saying. Your inheritance, which is your intuition. Okay. They're showing kind of like your ancestry, and then the lineage of mystics. It's like people who knew how to tap into the spirit realm, as well as who knew how to work with their intuition. And so this is something that you need to start connecting to, because that's what you're missing. That's what you're missing about your life. It's that connection to God, source, and spirit realm, and understanding who you are as a being of light, you know, and why you're here. So that's what they're saying, is that it's reflecting from many past lives, and as well this present one, because the way that you were raised. Feels there's a lot of fear-based things that were given to you as a kid, and so you're kind of like so it's time for you to remove that fear, you know, and so that you can tap into that connection, because everything that we are feeling like we're missing is because we're missing that aspect of ourselves. We're not connecting to that aspect of ourselves, and this is due to fear sometimes. Okay, so start to work on that today. All right. Oh, Floor, I believe I already gave you your reading. So as soon as I get off from here, or like end the stream, you can look for it, and it should be like 30 minutes from now, or past. So it would have been like around, I would say, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Look around that time, okay? Rising Phoenix. Okay, let me ask for you, all right? Do you have a place that you want to go? Okay, there's like a fear coming in about not getting what you want. Let's go ahead and consult the cards. Oh, Kim, you guys could work through this together, you know, to remove that. And it's not just, it's due to our religion, you know, and it's not your guys' fault. It's just the way that the way that it happened back in the day when we got conquered by the Europeans, where they instilled fear of our gifts and they forbade us from tapping into them, as well as forbade us from using our healing on each other and spiritual truth and reality, connecting to spirit in that way, because they called it demonic, and then they said it was the devil's work, and they killed a lot of us because of it if we practiced it or whatnot. It's just a whole generation of that. And so the good thing that the best thing I can recommend, especially because like you both can work together on this, is to go through and clear your ancestral lineage of this. Okay, you can remove the fear of connecting to your gifts. You can remove that through your ancestry. I'm doing it. I'm working it with my sister, and it's funny because when I've noticed a difference in my mom too. Like, she's very connected now, and she's really open with talking about her connections, not like before. And so I would definitely recommend that. Definitely recommend that you clear through your ancestral lineage the fear, you know, of connecting with your gifts, of connecting with the spirit realm as well. You're welcome, Gabby. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna just do one more person, and then I have to go because I've been on here for 2 hours, almost going on 3. All right, so I'm gonna do Rising Phoenix. Your move. Are you moving? Okay, so do you have a location that you're trying to go to? Here, let's do a pendulum one for that one. Hold on. Let me go grab a pendulum so I can show you what the answer is. Okay. So here is, everyone can always use a necklace for a pendulum. So say you have a necklace like this, you can use it as a pendulum, okay? So all you gotta do is do this. So here it is. All you have to do is tell it to show you yes. So show me yes. So my yes is a clockwise circle. Here, let me hold my arm. Show me no. My no is going back and forth. Show me maybe. My maybe is standing still. So for you, Rising Phoenix, we're going to ask, are you moving? And you got a yes. Is it going to be the place that you want? You're getting a no for that one, but you are moving. Okay? So that's what I got for you. So like I said, you guys can easily use a pendulum for these questions that you have, especially with the just like yes or no questions, like partnership stuff, you know, like is this person gonna be the one for you or whatever, and that's how you can get the questions and the answers. So let me talk a little bit about why a lot of people are asking about partnerships or romantic partnerships in particular. Okay, so we are moving from the end. It's kind of like the transit is the Venus and Capricorn energy coming in, okay? And then, of course, the full moon is in Virgo. And then you have us that move. We moved from Chiron in Pisces to Chiron in Aries, okay? And a lot of people are feeling this, especially because we just finished, Valentine's Day. So a lot of people are reflecting on divine partnerships or a romantic partner coming in, and they're having this need for one, or they're having this feeling that it's coming soon. So what's going on is when you start to feel that need for a partner, or feeling lonely, or feeling like that, start reflecting as to why. Ask questions, like ask yourself, am I ready for one? Or am I still dealing with a broken heart? Or have I had really horrible relationships in the past, and how do I get rid of that type of cycle coming in? You know, it's a lot of work, you guys. If you're having a toxic cycle with a person, like a romantic partner, it's usually because you haven't healed completely from past partnerships, and it's always connected to the way that you were, or the way that you saw your initial romantic partnership, meaning like your parents. If your parents weren't together, it usually holds a wound within you. If your parents got divorced when you were younger, it usually holds a wound within you, and then that's how it's reflected in the partners that you attract. Because believe me, I've been through that. My entire romantic relationships with people were horrible, because I had inner wounds that I didn't heal, and because I always attracted my dad, pretty much, you know, like the same type of person, you know, like the cheater, the one that wouldn't call me back when I was like, didn't respect me enough to call me back, and or text me back when they were supposed to, you know, or put me on hold for a fucking day, you know, stuff like that. When I started to see this cycle, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I decided to reflect and say, you know what? I deserve better. Like, I don't deserve to be treated this way. So I need to see what the hell can I do to remove that type of energy from within me. You know, why am I attracting these people? And so I started doing inner work. I started doing inner healing. I started meditating, and I started asking questions like, why am I attracting that type of person? You know, what's going on? And it was always my dad that popped in. Like, in the back of my mind, I always saw my dad. And so I was just like, okay, so now I need to heal that relationship with my dad. And so it took me years to heal it, but it helped. As long as I started to say to myself that I deserve better. I don't deserve somebody who's gonna disrespect me by not answering me back. I don't deserve somebody who's just gonna cheat on me, stuff like that. I started to remove that type of energy from my field. I started to tell the universe that I was ready for my true love to come in, somebody who's gonna be my best friend, who's gonna treat me right, and who is gonna give me my space when I need it, and is not gonna be upset when I need to do something that is not gonna require them. And they're exactly the same way. Me and my fiance are just exactly the same. We respect each other's time, we respect each other's space, and we are just the best friends. Like our partnership is great because we can talk about these things too. And so with this energy, it's all about healing that need for somebody and making sure that you are not attracting that type of person anymore. It's going all the way back to your childhood and seeing, where did it start? Where did you start to believe that romance or heart, any type of partnership like that equated suffering, and where did it start to come from? Did it come from the movies? Did it come from the way that your parents were? Or did it come from other adults that you were seeing? Like, where was it okay for that to happen? And because it's never okay, okay? So that's why it's important, you guys. It's very important to reflect on these things and heal them, because in order for us to have unconditional love come in, we have to heal ourselves and love ourselves unconditionally too. All right. So that's what I want to say for everybody I saw a trend of everybody asking for romantic advice, and it's just like, love yourself first. Okay, clear that energy first, and you will see, the more that you love yourself, you will see the perfect partner come in, and they're gonna love you unconditionally as well. Okay, it takes time. I know I took a whole freaking I took a whole freaking 15 years of horrible relationships to get where I am right now. And so it really does, like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, I just cycled through them like over and over and over again. And I was just like, that's the same freaking guy. Same energy, different body. So thank you guys so much for being here and for letting me read for you guys. I will try to do this as much as I can. Okay. So thank you so much. You're trying, okay, so if you're trying consciously, then you shouldn't, you should understand there's layers to healing too. Okay, so if you're doing it like where you're saying, okay, today, what do I need to know? What do I need to heal? What do I need to concentrate? When you start asking these questions for your guides to help you with, then they're going to lead you to more things, because everything has layers. Healing has layers because we have layers. Our personal energy has layers. Our personality has layers. So it's kind of like we're continuously healing ourselves, okay? Because we're trying to build that perfect life. We're trying to have peace within. In order for us to have peace, to have everything that we truly desire, we have to start within ourselves, okay? So, yes. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you again so much, and have a good night. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.